All right, let's talk about the Olympics. That magical time every 2 years when we all pretend to care about handball and synchronized diving. And no country does it quite like the good old US of A. We're talking about a nation that basically treats the medal table like it's the Billboard Hot 100, always aiming for that #1 spot. From Jesse Owens defying Hitler in '36 to the Dream Team crushing dreams in '92, America has a long and storied history at the Games. We've cheered, we've cried, mostly when we lose to Canada in hockey, and we've even occasionally questioned the sanity of the people competing in the rhythmic gymnastics. It's a wild ride, folks. But beyond the medals and the glory, the Olympics represent something bigger. It's a chance for the world to come together, to celebrate athleticism, and to pretend that international diplomacy actually works. And America, for all its flaws and quirks, has always been a major player in that arena. Now let's be honest, America loves to win. And when it comes to the Olympics, we've got the hardware to prove it. We're talking about a whopping 2,522 medals, and counting. More than any other country in Summer Olympics history. That's right, folks, we're talking about a Michael Phelps-sized swimming pool full of gold, silver, and bronze. From track and field to swimming to gymnastics, American athletes have consistently been at the top of their game, setting world records and inspiring generations of future Olympians. Remember when Michael Phelps basically turned into a human fish and won 8 gold medals in Beijing? Yeah, that was pretty awesome. But it's not just about individual sports. Team USA has also dominated in basketball, volleyball, and of course the always intense curling competition. Okay, maybe not so much the curling, but we're working on it. The point is, when it comes to the Olympics, America shows up ready to play. Now you might think that a country as dominant as the US in the Olympics would be raking in the government cash, right? Well, here's a fun fact. The US Olympic Committee doesn't receive a single cent of direct federal funding. That's right, folks. It's all about private donations, sponsorships, and the occasional bake sale. Think about that for a second. While other countries are building state-of-the-art training facilities with taxpayer money, American athletes are out there hustling for endorsements and hoping their GoFundMe campaigns go viral. It's like the ultimate test of entrepreneurial spirit. But hey, maybe that's what makes us scrappy. Maybe that's why we're so good at coming from behind and snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Or maybe it's just because we've got some incredibly talented athletes. Either way, it's a uniquely American approach to Olympic glory. America loves to innovate, and the Olympics have been no exception. We're not just talking about fancy new swimsuits or aerodynamic javelins either, although we've got plenty of those too. We're talking about game-changing technologies that have transformed the way we experience the games. Remember those underwater cameras that captured Michael Phelps' epic fingertip finish in the 100-meter butterfly? You can thank American ingenuity for that. Or how about the instant replay system that saved countless athletes from questionable judging decisions? Yep, that's us too. Okay, so maybe not all of our contributions have been quite as groundbreaking. Let's not forget about the time we introduced those horrifyingly uncomfortable cardboard beds at the Tokyo Olympics. But hey, at least they were recyclable, right? The point is, America has always been at the forefront of Olympic innovation, for better or for worse. Section 5. Legends in the Making, Phelps, Torres, and other American Olympic icons. The history of the US Olympic team is a veritable who's who of athletic superstars. We're talking about household names like Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, with a medal count that would make even Scrooge McDuck jealous. And let's not forget about Simone Biles, the gymnastics goat who can defy gravity with the grace of a ballerina and the power of a superhero. But it's not just about the big names. The Olympics are also about the underdog stories, the athletes who overcome incredible odds to achieve their dreams. Take Dara Torres, for example. She competed in her 5th Olympics at the age of 41, proving that age is just a number, and that maybe she's secretly a vampire with access to the fountain of youth. These athletes, with their dedication, their perseverance, and their sheer athletic brilliance, embody the spirit of the Olympics. They inspire us to push ourselves further, to dream bigger, and to never give up on our goals, no matter how impossible they may seem. Section 6. From LA to Atlanta. The economic and cultural impact of hosting the Games. Hosting the Olympics is a big deal. It's a chance to showcase your city to the world, to attract tourism, and to maybe even make a little bit of money. Although, let's be real, those cost overruns can be brutal. And America has hosted the Summer Games a record 4 times, more than any other country. From the glitz and glamour of Los Angeles in 1984, to the southern hospitality of Atlanta in 1996, American cities have always rolled out the red carpet for the Games. We're talking about state-of-the-art stadiums, world-class infrastructure, and enough Olympic merchandise to fill a Boeing 747. But beyond the economic impact, hosting the Olympics can also leave a lasting legacy on a city. It can inspire urban renewal projects, boost civic pride, and even create a whole new generation of sports fans. Or, it can lead to a bunch of abandoned sports venues that become prime real estate for pigeons. It's a gamble, folks, but when it pays off, it can be Olympic-sized. Looking ahead to the 2024 Los Angeles Olympics, get ready, world, because the Olympics are coming back to America. That's right, Los Angeles is gearing up to host the Games for the 3rd time in 2024, and they're gonna pull out all the stops. We're talking about Hollywood celebrities, beach volleyball under the California sun, and maybe even a guest appearance by the Hollywood sign wearing an Uncle Sam hat. LA is no stranger to the Olympics, having hosted in 1932 and 1984. And with a city known for its entertainment industry, you can bet that the opening ceremony is going to be one for the ages. Think drones forming the Olympic rings over the Hollywood Hills, synchronized swimmers performing in the La Brea tar pits, and maybe even a cameo by Elon Musk arriving in a SpaceX rocket. But beyond the spectacle, the 2024 Olympics also represent a chance for Los Angeles to address some of its challenges, from traffic congestion to homelessness. It's a tall order, but hey, if any city can pull it off, it's the City of Angels. Section 8. The USA and the Olympics, a partnership forged in competition and maybe some marketing deals. The relationship between the US and the Olympics is a complex one. On the one hand, we're fierce competitors, always striving for that top spot on the medal podium. We're like that friend who's super chill until you challenge them to a game of Mario Kart and then suddenly it's all trash talk and blue shells. But on the other hand, we also recognize the importance of the Olympics as a symbol of international cooperation and goodwill. We understand that it's about more than just winning or losing. It's about bringing the world together through the power of sport, and also, selling a lot of Nike apparel. So, while we may rib each other mercilessly during the Games, looking at you, Canada, at the end of the day, we're all part of the same team humanity. And that's something worth rooting for. Section 9. Beyond the medals, the human stories that make the Olympics so compelling. Look, let's be honest, the Olympics are about way more than just who gets to take home the shiniest piece of metal. Sure, the competition is thrilling, but what really captivates us are the human stories behind the athletes. We're talking about tales of dedication, perseverance, and overcoming adversity that would make even the most cynical cynic shed a tear. Take, for example, the Jamaican bobsled team, whose improbable journey to the 1988 Calgary Games inspired the classic film Cool Runnings. Or how about Carrie Strug, the American gymnast who famously landed her final vault on a severely injured ankle to secure gold for her team in 1996? These are the moments that transcend sport and become the stuff of legend. These stories remind us that the Olympic spirit is about more than just physical prowess. It's about the indomitable human spirit, the willingness to push beyond our limits, and the power of teamwork and camaraderie. And that's something we can all get behind, even if the closest we ever get to athletic glory is winning the office chair race to the coffee machine. Section 10. The challenges facing the modern Olympic movement and how the US can help. Now, let's not pretend that everything is sunshine and rainbows in the world of the Olympics. The modern games face some serious challenges, from doping scandals and corruption to concerns about environmental sustainability and the ever-increasing costs of hosting. The US, as a global leader and a major player in the Olympic movement, has a responsibility to be part of the solution. We need to advocate for stricter anti-doping measures, push for greater transparency and accountability within the International Olympic Committee, and support efforts to make the Games more environmentally friendly and fiscally responsible. This isn't just about preserving the integrity of the Games, it's about ensuring that they remain a force for good in the world. And that requires a commitment from all stakeholders, especially powerful nations like the US. Section 11. Here's to the next century of Olympic glory, and hopefully more comfortable uniforms. As we look ahead to the next century of the Olympic Games, one thing is clear: the U.S. will continue to play a vital role. Our athletes will inspire us with their dedication and athleticism, our cities will host unforgettable games, and our nation will continue to champion the values of sportsmanship, fair play, and international cooperation. But hey, if we could also work on designing some more comfortable uniforms for our athletes, that would be great. Seriously, those things look like they were made out of recycled grocery bags. Let's at least give our Olympians something breathable to wear as they go for gold, shall we? So, here's to the future of the Olympics. May it be filled with inspiring performances, unforgettable moments, and maybe even a few fashion upgrades along the way.